Hey guys, Brick Wizard 59 here, today coming at you with update number 2 on my LEGO Star Wars minifigure collection. And basically, if you are new to this series, basically what I'm doing is building up my entire LEGO Star Wars minifigure collection and finding a way to display them. Now, of course, there have been techniques used in the past, like the Brick Show, with their 1x2 plates, which they end up sticking onto the wall. That sadly doesn't work as the glue does wear off. Plus, people like Brickbolt have their expensive $300 custom-built display cases, which once again, I'm not a huge fan of. I don't really want to spend that type of money just to display your minifigures. So what I like to do is actually use Lego. So I take actual base plates and put them upright, on top of which I add these 1x1 headlight bricks. And I actually just got a boatload from the Lego store. And basically, on top of which I put the minifigure. So this is how it would look. This is the 1x1 brick. I turn it sideways and then connect it onto the base plate. And of course, that works really well, as you can actually remove minifigures. You can mix them up, put them wherever you want. It's not like permanently placed, which really works out. Now, in the last update, I had started doing about the first 3 rows, but now I've actually gone completely all the way to the bottom. So quickly, the way I sort the minifigures, if you did not know, is actually using the LEGO Star Wars dictionary. This is the new one. And basically, they have a way of all the LEGO Star Wars minifigures. I sort them the way they do. Of course, adding the 2015 and 2016 variants as I go. And definitely I have now gone through the book once, and basically the only things I have left is actually adding the astromechs and a few of the droids. But other than that, the rest of the minifigures I have gone through, with of course spaces where all the spaces are the figures that I still have not yet found. So definitely I do want to of course get to that, and hopefully in the next couple updates we will have completed the entire LEGO Star Wars minifigure collection. And now something to note. Each minifigure is actually of different version or variant, meaning there are no 2 identical minifigures on this display. So basically right now I have 297 minifigures spots on this wall. And each and every one of those 297 minifigures is different. There's something different if it's a variant or a different version. So there's no 2 minifigures identical on this wall. So that's kind of cool, having 300 unique LEGO Star Wars minifigures. But yeah, so now let's just go ahead and take a look. To start off, I did actually take the base plates and put them onto this large cardboard area. And I actually doubled it up, so it's actually pretty strong, and it's a bit tough to see, but I do have a string right there, you can see it, which is actually goes all the way across. Therefore I can actually hang it, and I'm going to be probably hanging it somewhere in the room. So this is pretty cool. I can hang it, and then whenever I need a minifigure I can just pick it off. But now let's actually just go ahead and take a closer look. Alright, so here's just a bit of a closer look so you can see exactly how the minifigures are attached. And of course, what I do is I separate the minifigure by name. So basically all my Anakin versions are all up here, then I have a space before going on to Darth Vader's. So basically that really, it makes it easier to find the minifigure, and actually it looks a bit nicer, not all cluttered together on the display. But you can see, of course, I have the Anakins, moving on to the Vaders and Qui-Gons. Obi-Wan's in the corner, including up till down over there. Then we got like Padme's, and then also like some of the Jedi on the bottom. We got like Sith Lord in the corner. And then of course the clones, which is actually the coolest part, which I'm going to show you right now, as these are all the different versions and variants of the clone troopers. So we start off over here, and then we'd go there, and coming down all the way over here, and then down over here. So there are a ton of different clone trooper variants and versions, which I think is super awesome. And then we got all the battle droids, and they're actually pretty colorful if you wouldn't think. And then we got like super battle droids in the corner. We got General Grievous. And then of course we go to like bounty hunters and like Geonosians. And then this is kind of cool. These are all my Luke Skywalker variants. All over here, including the Cloud City version, which goes for like $125 on Bricklink. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then of course, moving on, like Leia's, we got like all our Imperials, all these Stormtrooper variants, which is kind of cool. And I of course did add First Order at the end. And then we got some of the extended universe with Raven, Malgus, and then of course we got some Han Solos. So this section here is kind of like unfinished, as I've really got to find a decent amount of those figs. Then we got like the Wookiee Warrior and all, and those I've just added random bodies for now, just so I know where they would go. We of course have like Sabine at the end. And then in the final row, we of course have basically, we got some of the Force Awakens Resistance, we got some Ewoks, and then here's some of Jabba's minifigures. So I'm not adding Jabba because it's kind of heavy, so it makes the base plate kind of come out a bit, which is bad because then it'll actually fall off. So I'm not gonna add the heavy figures or like the dewback and all. And then we got some of the Sith troopers and all. So that's pretty much it for the collection. So it's definitely getting there. Definitely super exciting to see it come this far. And definitely stay tuned for more updates coming in the future. But again, I want to thank you so much for watching. This is BrickWizard59, and I'll see you all next time.